Once the process is completed, it automatically shuts the beam and the source off. And now it's time to vent the chamber. Hit the vent button, automatically closes the gate valve, shuts off the MFCs, zeroes the stage angle over here, and opens the slow roughing valve and then the fast roughing valve once the pressure passes 100 torr. That 100 torr setting is in the menu right here at the vent crossover value. The other values in this menu, the roughing back crossover is when it's sucking the chamber down. It opens a small roughing back valve first, and then once it hits 10 torr, it switches over to the large roughing back valve. Then when it gets to 40 millitorr, it is when it opens the gate valve. The gate differential factor is for an internal safety subroutine. Normally the user wouldn't see this, just leave it set at 5 for now. Chamber rough vac timeout is 200 seconds. If it takes longer than 200 seconds to rough down to the high vac crossover point, then it will cause a timeout because there's a problem. The chamber fast vent time is how long it keeps the fast vent valve open for to vent the chamber. If the chamber does not reach atmospheric pressure in 100 seconds, then the doors will not open, but the routine will exit at that point. And you'll have to use the manual controls to finish venting it if that ever happens. But 100 seconds should be more than enough time. The turbo run vacuum level is a threshold for turning on the turbo power when you run the turbo on procedure. So it roughs the foreline of the turbo down to 50 millitorr, then it turns on the turbo. At that set point, you can change that value. There is a range limit on this of 1 torr, so that you can't set the turbo to turn on at higher pressures. But I mean, 1 torr is probably too high anyway, but still. Turbo start up time, that's the timeout timer that shows up on the screen when you hit the turbo on function, and it gives you the pop-up, the countdown timer. That's the value that it starts with. That noise was just the chamber vent procedure completing. And the turbo 4-line rise value is the amount of pressure that the 4-line is allowed to rise up to when the gate valve opens. If it rises up higher than 450 millitorr, then it will shut down the turbo on the expectation that something has happened that's causing a large flow of gas that the 4-line cannot keep up with. And that's hopefully to protect the turbo, but if there's a large volume of gas going in there, then it might not be enough to protect the turbo, but that's the point of it. So now we are complete. You get a green circle here. When this is complete, this will give you a red circle if it does not complete for some reason. And if you go over and open the chamber, you'll see that the stage has automatically parked itself at 0 degrees for removing the product from the system. And that's it.